Welcome back to the Always Right podcast. As Jamie fluffs his hair,
I don't know why I do stupid stuff when we get on here. All right.
it's fine. You have your pre-show that you get all of it out, and then you're like, okay, now I'm ready.
I do, don't I? I probably drive you nuts. You're like, there's
No,
JDHT on 11.
today is a special episode.
Because I turned
This is
50.
our
Oh, I'm older than that.
50. Yes, 50. This is our 50th episode. So of course we're going to do something special. So for today, let's talk about some 50s. Not the 50s, but our 50s that pertain to writing.
And when you see me looking down a lot, since I don't have that special up, it makes it look like I'm looking right at it. It's just because, man, Karisa, you went through and done a lot. We have like we're going to start with 50 prompts for creative writing.
Yes, so we're going to just get into this one. As always, we don't typically get straight into it, but we're going to because we've got a lot to cover because there's a lot of cool 50s that we want to share with you today.
You have to keep me on point because, like, I told her last night, I said, you got 50. I'll read the odd ones because I'm the odd person in this group. But like the first one, write a story from the perspective of a forgotten childhood toy. If you don't reel me in, I will talk about that forever because I'm already thinking about like my Godzilla from the Shogun Warriors and the hand shot off and the tongue came out. And one of my buddies, he's like, I found the Godzilla from like 1978 and he bought it. I'm like, did you find the Rodan? Because I had it too. So,
Well, if I was to do this story, I would have to do the creepy doll. And it's not that she's forgotten, but my mom still has this doll. And the doll's name was Tina. It was like life size at the time, but it was probably only like 2.5 feet tall. It was a big plastic doll, and she had silk hair and all these things back in the day. But over time, her hair became super matted and gross, and she looks like Annabelle's stepsister. So
you could write the story from her like being neglected, no one's brushing my hair. Godzilla's like, why did you pass me around and leave me out in the yard with your German Shepherd and chew off my arm? So, yeah. Yes, that would be fun.
Yes. All right. Number 2. Describe a magical forest where the trees whisper secrets.
That would be yeah, that would be cool.
Like. Yes. All right. Remember your odd numbers. Don't forget.
Okay. Right. Number 3. Write a letter to your future self 20 years from now.
Put it in a time
Jamie,
capsule.
aren't you glad you listened to Karisa and finished those 11 books and used pseudo right? Well, yes, I am. All right.
That's so funny. All right, number 4. Imagine a world where time travel is possible and its consequences. So basically, I mean, theoretically. I know some of those pictures that you see where you're like, okay, why does this guy have a cell phone in the 20s or something like that?
Yeah, I'm like...
Yeah, so you have the, like, it's possible, and here are the consequences that happen, like, which would take my husband in a tailspin of what's happening. He's like, okay, what timeline are we in? I don't even know.
Write a scene where 2 characters meet for the first time in a bustling city. I would write about meeting Phil Nye, the science guy, which I did.
Nye? Phil Nye or Bill Nye?
Bill Nye. It's the ADHD kicking in.
Or just like memory lapsing.
Phil Nye. Bill, it's like forgetting that I bought my wife an Apple Watch.
Well, maybe
sorry, Bill. Like,
actually,
Phil.
In a different times, maybe he has the name Phil.
I'm glad you corrected me.
Yes. All right. Number 6. Explore the concepts of dreams becoming a reality for a day. Ooh, that would be creepy or exciting at the same time.
Yep.
All right. Number 7.
7. Describe a futuristic society where emotions are forbidden.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yes. That's now it's making me think of new books to write.
Number 8, create a dialogue between a hero and a villain discussing their motivations. It's like a Diary of a Vampire or something like that, or Interview with a Vampire.
Yes.
Is that with Brad Pitt? Be like interview with a villain and a superhero. Kind of interesting. Like a round table.
Number 9, write about Dr. Dolittle. Write about a character who can't communicate with animals.
Yeah. It's kind of you could do like a new spin on Dr. Dolittle.
Kind of do that in Age of the Sigil. That's, Dolores. That's not Dolores. It's Vasserine. I'm forgetting my own characters' names. I want to stop. I'm writing Age of the Sigil and I just forgot a character's name.
Well, with this one, it was kind of like in the realm of the princesses speaking with animals. It's not just Dr. Dolittle. I mean, you have all kinds of different books besides Dr. Dolittle that where people in the books speak with animals. So it could be just like a, telekinesis, telekinetic, whatever, um, type thing where you're working with I mean, I talk to my cats, so how is that not
Yep.
reality? All
Yeah,
right.
that's true. And sometimes they talk
Number
back.
Yeah, number 10, describe a world where everyone has a superpower except one person. Actually, I think this is new. I've seen this on, I think it might be a Netflix thing, where everybody in the area has a power because of a book or something. So I think this is actually something that's out right now.
I've seen a couple things like that. Like one
Mm-hmm.
person's like, I don't know why I never developed my superpower. And the parents are like, it'll come. Just got to give it time. You got to give it time.
Mm-hmm.
So these are some good ideas. Explore the idea of a library where each book leads to a different reality. I would dig that. That's kind of
Yeah.
how I with Spitfire. That's what I wrote, opening that book, and it led to thousands of years
Mm-hmm.
ago in a land of dragons.
I think there was a cartoon back in the day that inspired this particular one where um, they would, I can't remember what it was called, but they would jump into the book and then they would go explore that area and then come back out of the book. So
I remember that, but I don't remember what it was called.
I don't remember what it was. Yeah. Number 12, write a story inspired by a strange item found in an old attic. So I don't know if you could like touch it and it takes you to like something that's happening in the storyline, or if it's like um Insidious where the kid goes up there and like there's that evil that's opening in the red door.
Yep. No. There's so many possibilities.
And these all don't have to be fun. These could all be creepy. Number
Oh,
13.
I love this one. Imagine a society where memories can be bought and sold.
Yes, yes, yes.
I've never been to the beach. Well, for 13 grand, I'll sell you my memory.
Right? That's an interesting, almost like OnlyFans, but for memories.
That would be crazy.
Yes.
That could get pretty dark.
Yeah, because you could be selling memories and not realize, yeah, I have a memory of killing someone, but I don't really think I did that. I think I bought the wrong memory, or people selling memories, and then yeah, that would be kind of cool. Where could you go with that one? All right, number 14, write a character who discovers they have the ability to time travel through music. Here you go. Here's yours.
Yeah, playing a violin. It takes you to wherever.
Changes the frequency. So as that music's being played, you can go through different dimensions. Yeah. 15.
Explore a post-apocalyptic world where nature has reclaimed the cities. What's that Will Smith movie? That's what it kind of reminds me of, the zombies. Yeah, but it hasn't really reclaimed it, but I think about that. Or The Happening, where, the plants are killing off everybody. I can see that. That happens a lot, like in the Shannara books.
There's that one that it's based on a video game. It's like The Last of Us or something like that with the guy from Mandalorian.
Yes.
That's a good one. Yeah.
16.
All right. 16, write a scene set in a magical marketplace where anything can be bought or sold. You can combine these too. You can combine some of these ideas.
Yep. Cool. I can, yeah. That'd take me a lot of money. Describe a character, number 17. Describe a character's internal struggle with a difficult decision.
I feel like this one's a common one that people can kind of use relatably to their own stuff, and they can manifest something that's going on in their world or has gone in their past world with trauma and kind of use that as a focal point to create a whole storyline.
Yeah, I see other possibilities too. I mean, you're up against a situation, somebody's holding your family hostage. You're going to die unless you do this. You rob a bank or something.
It's kind of like that whole where that's like the one to save the multitude.
Yep.
Idea. 18. Create a story around a character who can see into the future but can't change it. Oh, that would suck.
Yes, it would.
I can see into the future, but I can't say. So I had this conversation with someone yesterday about something like this, that there was a woman who claimed to be hypnotizing people, and as she hypnotized them, somebody was coming through the person who's being hypnotized, and communicating. And then this person no longer needed to be hypnotized because they figured their problems out. And then she's like, well, how do I finish talking to this person? So with more people that she was hypnotizing, the same voice was trying to come through. And supposedly it was Nostradamus. And that he was projecting into the future, talking to someone who is psychic.
Wow.
And that's how he got his predictions.
And so this is not a fiction. You're talking about something you just read.
Someone truly claimed.
Yep, I would like to learn more about that. 19, right? About a group of rebels fighting against a corrupt government in a dystopian world.
Wait, is this like real life right now?
Yeah, that could be. I was thinking, that's more to the point, but I was thinking Hunger Games.
Yeah. Fun facts, we're in it.
Yeah.
Explore number 20. Explore a world where humans coexist with mythical creatures. That would be like Fantastic Beasts, you know?
Yes.
But, yeah.
Yep. Number 21. Describe a character's journey to overcome their greatest fear.
Yes. Yes. So, this one, again, plug into your own personal fears and how would you overcome that if you had the ability? 22. Write a story inspired by mysterious painting that changes every night. Ooh, that would be fun. That could be like a kid's book or middle-aged school book type thing.
Yeah, I think we need to run with that.
Yeah.
That's the we're reading this, and I'll be like, "Oh, Karisa, I got ideas now." You're like, "Oh, we'll finish those 11 books first."
Yeah, you're not allowed to touch this list until you finish the other ones.
23. Imagine a society where everything is decided by the flip of a coin. That's kind of how it is in my life right now. Where you want to eat, Diane? I don't know. I'll flip a coin.
Well, you've seen where people are like, guess where we're eating? We're going to your favorite place. And then they say, oh, we're going to Taco Joe's. And you're like, yes. And you're like, no, we weren't going there, but I'm glad you decided that one because that's how you kind of like use reverse psychology.
I'm going to start using that. I'm taking you to
using it before she watches this episode. All right. Write about a character who wakes up one day with no memory of their past, which has been done, obviously before, but have a spin on it.
A lot on the Lifetime channel.
Well, this list isn't something that are exclusive to things that have never been done.
Yeah.
This is a list of inspirational prompts to maybe get you to that point.
Well, yeah, because listen, so many stories have been repeated, but you put your unique spin on them.
Yes, we had this conversation with Jeff Rivera. People want the same thing, but just a new take on it.
Absolutely.
So don't be against doing that.
Number 25 is a new same thing with a new take. Explore a love story between two characters from rival factions.
Yeah, that's kind of like the
Romeo, Juliet.
Yeah. I was thinking like kind of like a spin on the Romeo and Juliet thing. All right, number 26. Describe a character's encounter with a mysterious stranger who knows their deepest secret.
Ooh.
Very mysterious.
I hope nobody out there knows.
Kind of where Canvas is, though. This one is like Canvas in a sense. Like one of the characters knows the other one's deepest, darkest secret. But yeah, so.
Jaime, I know they used a BB gun on Mythbusters.
What?
No.
Okay.
So many years like, he didn't break that. They used a BB gun. You can see the BB flying.
Did someone say that on a comment?
I've heard that a million times.
Oh, yeah.
Like, 27, write about a group of explorers searching for a lost civilization in the depths of the ocean. I've actually done this. I've done this in the Crisis Artifact in the second book. I think it was Chaos Pendulum. Yep. So, yes.
Yeah, and this would be cool because you could do a spin-off with the mermaids.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. 28, imagine a world where books have the power to alter reality. So this is an actual book. Oh, gosh. My client sent me a picture of it.
This has been a recent one, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, and I cannot remember the name of it. And I took a picture. She sent it to me. Oh, my gosh.
It's like the book, it reads itself or something. And every time you read it, it's supposed to alter your reality. It's like baked into the pages.
Yeah, so hold on here. I will give you Okay, go on to the next one. Sorry.
I know the book. I've seen it pop up on Facebook a gazillion times. 29, create a story around a character who can speak to ghosts. Oh, what was that Jennifer Love Hewitt TV show that was on years ago? I love that.
Oh, yeah. I watched that still, like the reels and stuff of that one. I can't remember what that was. Yep. But yeah, so that was a really good one. And it had the one guy from Scream on there at one point.
Yeah, Jaime.
Kennedy.
I can't remember his last name.
Kennedy, was it Kennedy?
Kennedy. Yeah, Jaime Kennedy.
Yeah, Jaime Kennedy.
Yep. It's funny because Scream, that I think a scary movie. I see dead people. One of one of the movies. Your husband Dylan will know exactly the scene I'm talking about because we're connected.
You're talking about Sixth Sense?
No, not Sixth Sense. I'm talking about Scary Movie.
Oh
Where
yeah,
they made fun of Sixth Sense. It's like I see dead people.
yes, yes,
All right,
yes, yes. Okay, all right. Number 30. Describe a character's journey to find a mythical treasure that grants wishes. So it's kind of like an Aladdin type thing. You could do the lamp, obviously, but you could maybe make it something else, Pandora's box or whatever.
absolutely. 31. Write about a futuristic society where artificial intelligence has taken over.
Isn't that next year?
Yes, it's so close.
It's almost at our doorstep.
AI.
Number 32. Explore a character's struggle with a curse that brings them eternal luck, but at a cost. That's the thing. I feel like it's nice to have a storyline, but what is the twist? What is the cost of this
I've
for the
seen like
character?
a TV show, just an episode, and this guy had luck, but for him, everything that he did that was lucky, bad luck fell upon somebody else.
Mm-hmm. The universe's exchange.
33. Describe a character's encounter with a supernatural being that grants wishes. A
Yeah,
jinn.
they call Jen. Yeah, I was gonna say they call this gens. All right. You could do an offshoot, like you could do a gen that's a hybrid with something else. You could like kind of switch that around, like a gen in a mythical world that has fallen in love with something else. So yeah, I don't know, love story of a gen. Okay, go ahead. Are we on 34?
Love jinn. Yep.
Write about a character who discovers they are the chosen one to save the world, which is normal,
Did that
but
too.
people love that. People love
Crisis.
that kind of thing. Don't feel like it's not. I mean, don't feel like it's overplayed because there's so many books. Keep it going. If you got like, I got to do this. Everybody's trying to save the world. All right, 35.
Imagine a world where people are born with tattoos that reveal their destiny.
You did this
Ooh,
as well.
I like that. Yes. Oh my gosh. Well, they weren't born with them. They kind of popped on them,
Appeared, yeah.
when they were teenagers. But yes.
Yeah.
But could
That
you
was like
imagine
that
that? Spit out a
one.
baby. It's a baby tattooed artist.
Create number 36. Create a story around a character who can manipulate shadows.
Ooh, I like that. Describe a character's quest to find a legendary weapon that can defeat evil.
Yes. So with my first book, so it was kind of like the opposite. Evil was trying to find this legendary crystal to reset their curse. So why is that turning off? Don't turn that off on me. Come back here. Do the next one. Sorry. I have to
Okay, where are we at? Oh, you want me to do yours for you?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm Karisa. Write about a rebellion against a tyrannical ruler in a fantasy kingdom. That was a really poor
Wow. You're really
interpretation. No, okay.
Yeah.
I can only do a few. I like King of the Hill, like, hey, Bobby. Hey, Dad. That's about all I got.
So should I do you then for 39? Describe a
They
character's
like,
journey
you
to
know
break.
what? I'm not from Kentucky, but I do like rock music.
All
Yes,
right,
we're
do
cool with
39. We'll
switching.
get back on track.
You want me to do 39 or you doing it?
You do 39 because I'm not going to
Okay.
make fun of you anymore.
Explore a character's journey to break a family curse that spans generations. It can be magical, it can be logical.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Number 40. Describe a character's encounter with a time-traveling stranger who needs their help. And this has been done. This is not these these are not because I've seen this like the time traveler's wife. There's that concept.
Time Cop, Terminator. Yeah, so it's a common theme, but all three of those are completely different.
The thing is, you have another. Yeah, you can change the story. You can change the story premise as to why they need help.
Absolutely.
41.
Oh yeah, it's my turn. Write a story set in a world where dreams are reality and waking life is a dream. Kind of feel like it's how it is right now. I don't know if I'm awake. Am I awake?
There's a show on, oh my gosh, on Netflix that I watched where reality for them was when they were asleep, and all the wives were basically kidnapped and all kept sedated to live in this alternate universe with these men who kidnap them as their wives.
Wow.
Very good. And then and then one woman tried to start to figure out, like, you can't, like, all the men leave at the same time. They're all at, like, this private government facility. Like, they all go off to work at the same time. It's very like da-da-da. When they're going off to work, they're actually unplugging into this world and going to the real world and making sure that their women are sleeping and all these things are happening. It's
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah, I like to.
Remember the name of it. I'm terrible
When
with
you do,
remembering the
text
names
me.
of things. Yeah, I will. All right.
42.
42. Imagine a society where the memories can be extracted and sold on the black market. Well, this is kind of goes with one of the previous ones. You can put that with, but having the black market, type
That's
thing.
just a little different spin. Yeah.
This could be almost a futuristic version of Minority Report with Tom Cruise, where they see your memories before they happen. You could almost do this as like someone has hacked the system and they sell memories on the black market to cover up what you did. Like, I will give you a positive memory and an alibi of a memory.
I dig it. I'm also seeing things like it's illegal, but like somebody's like, I want to learn, I want to be a 6th-degree black belt because I'm mad at this guy and I want to beat his ass. So you're like, oh, I want to buy that. That's illegal. I do it, and you did it anyway.
All right, your turn.
43. Create a character who can hear the thoughts of others but cannot control it. That's the vampire show on HBO, True Blood. Sookie, she could hear everyone's. It drove her nuts, and she like, I just got to get away because I hear everybody's thoughts. I cannot shut it off.
Well, Edward can do that too in Twilight, except for he can't hear Bella. So, number 44. Describe a character's quest to unravel the mysteries of a forgotten civilization. So, I think this would be really cool to incorporate with kind of like the time travel. Even you can like time travel to like to see what happened in past, like almost like you can't fully step into it, you can only see it. I don't know, something like that.
No, that's interesting to me because I even in real life I'm always wondering, you hear something an archaeologist found and like, wow, think of what we don't know. Because this is it's the Earth's a little older than what a lot of people think. So think about what has happened that way. I mean, when did they start writing down history? Only the last 6,000 years. So who knows what we've lost?
All right. Next one is something that you're going to say it, but this is something when I was a kid, I'm like, I so want to do this in the rest of my life, and I realized that it's not something that actually happens with archaeology. But go ahead.
Yeah, write about a group of treasure hunters searching for a lost city in the jungle. Yes,
I totally want to be Lara Croft.
Yeah, that, I mean, Indiana Jones, and then you're like, wait a minute, you're an archaeologist, and all you're doing is taking a little brush, and you're taking 16 hours just to go through a brush and stuff. Oh, yeah, but I mean,
the fantasy world of Lara Croft would be what I would want to do. Live in a mansion, swing from the things, and go find treasure.
Yep.
All right. Explore a character's internal battle between good and evil. Which, that would be kind of like, there's a story that I shared one time with someone, but like where you feel like the character is doing all this evil stuff only to know that's in their mind. It's like a mind affair.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Let's see. We're 47 now?
Yep. Describe a character's encounter with a mythical creature thought to be extinct. It's kind of like one we mentioned earlier. Living in a world of mythical creatures.
Write a story set in a world where magic is outlawed, which has been done, but you could like totally make it your own. These are just inspirational things, and how do you get it back to where you almost have an underground, like there's underground magic or like you're bootlegging magic type thing.
No, I would dig that for sure. Wow, it's too many good ideas. 49. Imagine a society where people are assigned soulmates by a matchmaking system.
I think this recently came out, something like this, but you could totally do a spin on it. Number 50. Create a story around a character who must choose between saving the world or their loved ones. Like we said earlier, it's the one or the multitude.
That would be tough.
This would be very.
That would
very
be like,
tough.
just let me sacrifice myself. Nope.
Not an option. Yeah, it's not an option. All right, so in the intermission here over the next 50. So whenever I was looking at our stuff where we've come, as far as we've come in the 50 episodes that we've done, though we are only 50 episodes in, we have some. Oh
That was
my.
to announce it. Not
Yes,
really, but
because what better way to announce it than your flippin' water bottle banging against something? So we've had some of our top viewed episodes were the one that we had recently with Jeff Rivera, which was a good one. And then the one what we had with Rachel Green Ward, who was the storyboard designer. And then the one with KDP. These are the ones that are searched out and like watched as far as on YouTube. And I went and saw our most viewed ones.
and we're just scratching the surface.
Oh
There's
yeah,
so much more
yeah.
to come.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm scrolling down here again. And so now what we're going to do, now that we've prompted you to come up with some interesting story revisions or ideas or, you know, jump off the page and start giving us some stories, let's go down a 50 word list of words for fiction writing. So you don't have to keep using repetitive words. So we're going to give you some, we've talked about this before, just don't word vomit the same things. Don't use simple words sometimes to make it less interesting. Sometimes you need like a cute word, but at the same time, you don't want to use $5 words too much because they're too expensive to use all the time. So you're doing the odds. Go for it. Number one.
I am odd. I am enigmatic. Difficult to interpret or understand. Mysterious. I'm not really mysterious, but
Yes.
goofy.
Yes. The word serene. So this calm, peaceful, and untroubled and tranquil. So if you can think of a way, also real quickly, if you think of a sentence that maybe you've used this in, shout it out. Because I was thinking with cannot talk. A serene, like as the sun set over the serene lake, the reflection stands in the calm waters, creating a picture perfect scene.
Yeah, so think of this list as an exercise as you're listening in your mind, or if you have your keyboard there, type out a sentence so you can apply this.
Yeah,
That would be very resilient if you did.
Yeah, I did. Yes.
That's able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions. So the I can't even talk. The difficult condition is we're throwing 50 words at you really quick, but you're going to hurry up and type a sentence because you're resilient like that. Number 4.
All right. So melancholy. This is a feeling of pensive sadness, typically with no obvious cause. Melancholy. It feels like something that a Sublime album should have on it.
Number 5, luminous, full of shedding light, bright or shining, especially in the dark. I think of little fireflies when I think of luminous, or those glow sticks.
Listen, I put this one on the list, this next one, but I don't think I can even I think my tongue will say don't pronounce this properly.
That's all right. I will mispronounce the next one after it.
Okay. Oh my gosh, what is this word?
Ephemeral.
Oh my gosh, I can't even say it. Ephemeral. Yeah, I feel like I'm slurring something.
Ephemeral.
Ephemeral. Ephemeral. I can't even do it. I cannot do it. But whatever this word is, it's lasting for a very short time. You're fleeting. I don't think I would use this one because I'd be like, I can't think.
Ephemeral. I've used this before. Now the next one is vivacious. Is that right?
Vivacious?
Yeah.
I could say that one.
Vivacious.
Just switched.
Attractively, lively, and animated, full of energy. She is so vivacious.
Yes, I've used this word, vivacious, often. But at the same time, I can pronounce that one. I can pronounce the previous one.
When you started this list, I thought, I'm going to be in so much trouble.
I'm
going to mispronounce 12 of them at least.
Yes, I, at the same time, was feeling, I'm like, I got to put it out here, though. I got to put out unique words because if I just put simple words out there, it's boring. All right, next one, solitude. The state of being alone or isolated.
Solitude. Have you written your sentence? We're waiting. All right, number 9, whimsical. Playful, I can't even talk now. Playfully quaint or fanciful, especially in an appealing and amusing way.
Yes. So nebulous, the form of a cloud or haze or hazy. So you can use this word when you're describing something as far as being foggy. The nebulous blocked my view of what was happening. So instead of saying the cloud or whatever.
Undulate, move with a smooth wave-like motion. As
Nice.
she undulated as she danced across the
It
floor.
sounds very like seductive.
It does to me.
So you might want to save that for chapter 12.
Yep.
Clandestine, kept secret or done secretively, especially because what did I say?
Illicit.
Yes, I was like, wait a minute, did I write that right? Especially because illicit. Yes, so clandestine. I've used this maybe once or twice in my writing career. But
I may be wrong, but we're just authors. We're not geniuses. I'm not. I think I've heard it also pronounced clandestine, but it might have a different meaning. I
I've
may be wrong.
never heard it pronounced clandestine.
That could be just me, like I
That
pronounce
could be just
color,
the Appalachian
collar.
Mountains.
Yeah. Or maybe that's how it just plays out in my head. Pensive, or pensive, pensive. Engaged in, I'll stop. Engaged in involving or reflecting deep, serious thought.
Yes. Ethereal. Number 14. Extremely delicate and a light way to seem too perfect for this world. And I like this word. It's very ethereal.
I use it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
think it's a good one for 15.
Sorry. Yeah, quixotic. Exceedingly idealistic, unrealistic, and impractical. Impractical.
Get it out.
Tongue-tied today.
Get it out. All right. 16. Ineffable.
You're effable. That's what I thought.
Ineffable.
She's not ineffable. She's effable.
She's not ineffable. That's interesting though. There are a lot of words that we say that might be the this. I muted myself for a second.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear you ineffable now.
Yes.
So what is ineffable?
It means too great or extreme to be expressed or described in words. Which
I've never used this word, but
yeah, there are words that I'm like, is there an opposite?
I'll probably pronounce this wrong. I don't know. Verdant, green with grass or other rich vegetation, covered with green plants.
Yeah, I think that would be fine. Verdant. Because verde is more of like a green Hispanic word, I think. Latin word.
I have no clue on how to pronounce your next one.
Neither do I. Coruscate.
Corset? Maybe corset? Something like that.
Yeah, corset. I don't know. It's not corset. Sparkle, give off flashes of light, glitter. I probably should have had AI tell me how to say these things.
That's all right. I think it's funny. I love it because I want to screw this next one up. Mellifluous. It's one of those. We're going to get 8 alive on this, and I love it.
Yes. Yeah.
Sweeter musical.
Hopefully everybody's laughing.
Oh my God. You think I would know the sweeter musical, pleasant to hear. Mellifluous. There is an L after F, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Mellifluous, maybe. I don't know.
It literally sounds like something you just caught in the crowd. I'm just going to be like,
that's
crowd.
Sweet.
You probably should wear a mask after you have this.
You got mellifluous? What?
You have mellifluous?
You got mellifluous?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Some of these words you probably don't want to use because your reader's going to be like, I don't know what this is. Although I've had someone say they'd like to have a random word that they have to go look up and learn in their books.
Yeah.
And they're reading, I got to go look this book up or look this word up. So it makes them feel like, I just learned something.
Well, I will find one from this list and use it in Sigil.
All right. Halcyon.
I don't know if it's Halcyon or Halcyon. I don't know.
Well, that's like for how long do people call him Cillian Murphy and his name's Killian Murphy? The guy that played Scarecrow. He played. He was also in Peaky Blinders.
Oh. Yeah.
For years, I've heard his name Cillian Murphy, which sounds really cool, but his name is actually Killian Murphy. Anyways, the halcyon, denoting a period of time in the past that is idyllically happy and peaceful. So you might want to use those with your mythical characters and some of your books that have more ethereal writing.
Eloquent. fluent or persuasive in speaking or writing.
Which is not what we're doing in pronunciating these words.
No, or
We
in
are
my
not eloquent.
slang, the way I talk.
We are tearing these words apart. Penumbra. Okay. A partial shadow, as in an eclipse, between regions of complete shadow and complete illumination. Penumbra.
I don't know, but I wish you had a list. That we need to change this to the list of 50 words that Jaime and
Karisa
can't
cannot
pronounce.
pronounce. You know what? This is us in a nutshell. This is how this whole entire podcast has been. We've got really good points on some that we know what we're talking about, and some of them we're like, I don't know. I really don't know. Let's
You
ask
want to
the
make this up
expert.
to date? Yeah. Did you take any notes? No. Well, let's just go for it.
Yep.
Dinosaurus. So this will be sonorous of a person's voice.
I was like,
or
where
other
do you
sound.
see a D?
Do what? I don't see
said
an E, but I was thinking
Dinosaurus.
Dinosaurus sonorous. I was trying to help me pronounce it.
Well, that doesn't always work in the English
It's
language.
probably sonorous, sonorous of a person's voice or other sound opposingly.
Well, yeah, because it's a sonar.
Oh yes, opposingly
Sonorous.
deep and full. So let's move
These
on.
are
I'm embarrassed.
words you should be using in your voice lessons.
You are so Dinosaurus. Okay, yep.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Number 24, labyrinthine. So complicated and confusing, like a labyrinth. I loved that movie, Labyrinth.
Yep, me too.
But I was so in love with David Bowie back in the day with his tight pants and his puppets. I should say Muppets because they were Muppets.
Yeah. I can pronounce this one. Euphoria, a feeling or state of intense excitement and happiness.
So euphoric. Panacea, a solution or remedy for all difficulties or diseases, a cure-all.
And okay, have you ever heard it pronounced panacea, or am I making up stuff again?
I don't know.
Okay.
You know what? I'm sure my husband is literally sitting on the couch right now watching this episode saying, oh my gosh, you guys are awful. He can probably pronounce all of these. He's great with spelling and reading. He's like, oh my gosh.
He's like, I'm taking over.
Yes.
27.
You should know this next one.
Effervescence, vivacious and enthusiastic. Bubbly.
This word reminds me of the effervescence from Alka-Seltzer commercials.
Yes. That. Oh, my plop, plop, fizz, fizz.
Yes. All right. This one is shred me. Ebullient.
I don't know.
Ebullient? Yes, it sounds like it's like gonna be like Ebola, but it's ebullient. A lot of these sound like diseases. Cheerful and full of energy. Ebullient. You're ebullient, darling. You're just so ebullient.
I can't believe I get this next one. It's either petrichor or petrichor.
It could be a spell, petrichor. It could be a Harry Potter
isn't
spell.
that like a spell in Harry Potter? Petrichor.
Yeah, that's what I just said. It could be a Harry Potter spell, like, and then Hermione comes out. It's not Leviosa. It's Leviosa.
Yes, it's Patrick. A pleasant smell that frequently accompanies the first rain after a long period of warm, dry weather.
So because of the smell, it makes you think it's like almost like putrid, but it's petrichor. Petrichor.
Yes.
Like,
I just had E on in. That was no big deal, like Joe Dirte. Okay.
Okay, Elysium. Oh my gosh. Elysium. A state or place of perfect bliss, happiness, or delight.
Okay. Why do you keep giving me the hard ones?
It's like we flip. Bite your tongue. I've had some pretty difficult ones myself.
Denouement. I have no clue. But I do know from reading these notes, it's the final part of a play, movie, or narrative in which the strands of the plot are drawn together and matters are explained or resolved. We really need to give them a PDF of all this, so then they can respond back and say, this is how it's spelled.
Yes, I'm going to copy this list and paste it in the show notes. And so people can go on there and be like, okay, here's how you pronounce this word, guys. Thanks for daring.
Oh, this is so fun.
32, aesthetic. My aesthetic is so good right now. All right. This is concern with beauty or appreciation of beauty. So this, of course, has to do with the aesthetic of like People use this a lot. Oh, my aesthetic is needing some help right now.
Okay, soliloquy. No, I'm teasing. It's soliloquy.
I was gonna say, you know
I
this
knew
one.
that one. An act of speaking one's thoughts aloud when by oneself or regardless of any hearers.
I call that as personal narration.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Same. I will literally start doing things, and I'll tell my clients, just so you know, I'm narrating right now. You do not have to respond to what I'm saying.
But
Like,
I usually talk to inanimate objects. Like I turn on the sink in the bathroom, and I'm like, "Come on," because it doesn't warm up quick enough for me. So, and I do that. And I was like,
I don't know if I would relate that to being a soliloquy or being just like outwardly rage frustration.
I am, but sometimes like, oh, come on, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it,
Oh,
and
you're
it's like
talking to
trying to
your
get my
water?
lawnmower up the hill or something. So yeah, that's not soliloquy. That's just I'm
Why
nuts
are you push mowing up the hill?
because I have a hill. Some of it you just can't push with the riding mower. So I got to
Oh,
put
we
on my
can do it real quick.
cleats. Yep.
All right, capricious. Given to sudden and unaccountable changes of mood or behavior. Why
Cool.
are
I
you
like that.
pausing?
Because I just you know me, my brain's going. I'm looking at the next word and I'm liking it. You set me up because you know one of my favorite bands
Mm-hmm.
is close to this, Evanescent. Soon passing out of sight, memory, or existence, quickly fading or disappearing. They haven't Evanescence, Amy. You haven't faded in my eyes. I got every album.
Okay, so ephemera.
What?
F
I'm thinking ephemeral. Should have been an
like
L
an
on there.
ephemeral artery, but there's ephemerma, things that exist
Ephemera.
or are used or enjoyed for only a short time. So ephemerma, I don't know.
I don't. I mean, I think it would fall ephemeral.
Ephemerera. What is it?
I've used the word ephemeral, and I'm pretty sure it's pretty close to this. Okay,
Ephemera.
this is me think. I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know if it's vestige or vestige.
Vestige.
Because if you added the little
Oh,
dash on the end of
vestige.
the E, it's like Joe Dirte, vestige. If you
Oh,
not
maybe.
fancy it up.
Yeah.
Vestige,
Oh,
a
vestige.
trace
Darling,
or
it's
remnant.
vestige. You gotta put your lips out. Vestige.
Ain't that like a new shampoo? Vestige.
Vidal
Or
Sassoon?
some kind of makeup is what it
I
reminded
don't
me
know.
of. So vestige, a trace or remnant of something that is disappearing or no longer exists.
Okay. Number 38.
Good luck.
Thanks. Insukant. I owned that one. I owned it. Whether it's right or not, I don't know. Insukant. Insouciant. I don't know. Showing a casual lack of concern, indifferent. I'm putting this list on YouTube so you could see these and on Spotify and stuff. You could see this list and hopefully you can correct us.
You can help us.
Send us hateful emails about it.
Follow us for more funny episodes like this too. By the way, 39. So you got duplicates. You got Halcyon in here again.
You go back and look.
Yes, 20.
Oh, my bad, guys. I was writing this list and
I don't. Maybe it's a different pronunciation. Ariel's 14. And Halcyon, let me check. It's probably not how I'm supposed to say it. Yes. Go ahead and say it, though. That way we got it here twice, because they're important words.
yes. So because I did this one, that was idyllically happy and peaceful. Yes,
but this is how my brain works. So
well, but when I was writing this list, I'm human, and I may have forgot. Oh, I haven't done this word. Whatever.
Yeah, see, we're natural. We're not AI. So I have no idea. It could be bucolic, bucolic, bucolic. It's one of those, probably not any of them. So actually, tell me how to pronounce that. Relating to the pleasant aspects of the countryside and country life. So it's got to be bucolic then, right?
It's not buttlick.
Bucolic. It just sounds like buttlick.
I would say it's bucolic.
Okay.
Because there's an O before the C, and it makes the U softer. Okay. But I'm literally making that up as I'm telling you that. I have no idea. Sempiternal.
Good job. I don't know if it's right, but it's a good job.
Yeah. Sempiternal, eternal and unchanging, everlasting.
It reminds me of eating with my buddy Sean. He says, I think I want to get the omelet. I'm like, what? The omelet? What? And he pointed. I said, oh, the omelet.
The omelet?
Yeah, the omelet. I'm like, what the heck are you talking about? So that's how we're approaching today. 43, limerence, if that's right. The state of being infatuated or obsessed with another person.
I like that. Limerence. I feel like this next one is a zodiac.
I kind of do too.
Sagacious.
Oh, I was thinking sagacious,
Yeah, sagacious.
Sagittarius, but I have no idea.
Yeah. Having or showing keen mental discern and a good judgment. Sagacious. You very sagacious. Well, some of these have got, I don't know if I copy pasted things wrong when I was doing this because the ethereal's back on there again. I owe us like 3 words. I owe us like 4 words.
Okay.
Languid. Displaying or having a disinclination for physical exertion or effort. Slow and relaxed. So languid. You've been very languid today, darling. Why are you just laying around being so languid? Is my saying lazy?
Kapow.
Yeah.
Ethereal.
Okay. I don't, 48, I'm sorry.
I know how to pronounce it. Syzygy.
Syzygy?
Yep.
A conjunction or opposition, especially of the moon with the sun.
I don't know if that was right. I just was pretending that I really knew what I was
Oh my gosh, you totally owned that properly. Yes. You
That's because I had an epiphany of a new word to add in a minute. A moment of sudden revelation or insight.
Epiphany. I've had epiphany. I figured out what I need to say. Go ahead. Number 50. Sagacity. A quality of being sagacious. The word I said earlier. Possessing keen mental discernment and a good judgment. So basically, it was the expanding on that one. All right. So give me some more words that you can think of.
Cantankerous. You should have known I was going to say that one.
I should have known.
Yes. It's like grumpy and, just mouthy, being old. Get out of my face.
Well, because I owe us like 3 words, I'm going to do, here we go.
Muncened. Like when you have the whole world in your hands and you lost it. Your husband will know what that means not because of you, because you thought it was a slight or something, but it's because of the movie Kingpin. Man, you ever been Muncened? We can't really use that one.
No. Well, here's another word. Chirography. It is a noun, and it is for penmanship. It's another word for writing.
So there's 2 down.
All right.
2 C words.
Cuneiform. Let me get another one. Cuneiform. Also, this is for picture writing. One more.
I think we should have used that the whole episode.
I know. Sorry. Let's see here. Going back. Giving you another word real quick. I just want to come up with some words for writing. So that way, scrawl. This is right.
Scroll. I was thinking the one we made up the word. What's the word we made up for troll? Scroll.
Kroll. Critiquing trolls. Trolls that critique is what that means. We
don't add that to your list. That's our word for our books.
What?
Crow. It belongs to Karisa and myself.
On the list. Kroll. Along with regellant and outro. Oh yeah, there we go. Those are the words I owe you. Okay, so kroll is when we talk about critiquing trolls. We shall add these to the dictionary. And then we've got regellant, which is regal and elegant together. And then we got outro, which is out and into. Out and intro. I don't know.
Yeah.
These random
That's
words.
common, though. Outro. Everybody knows what an outro is. Pertaining to a song. I get it now. A lot of people don't have an outro in a book. It went right past my head. Yeah. I get it.
Okay, last word I'll give you. Instead of just saying that you are carving something, you can inscribe something, you can engrave something, you can, put some different words to describe, engross, impress. So.
Oh, man, I had a last word.
Go for it.
Mispronunciation. That refers to what the 2 of us have done this entire half of the last.
We have literally chopped up this list and shredded it to bits.
I gotta say, this is probably my favorite episode.
Should be. It absolutely should be. And you know what? I think
you're going to eat a melon.
Let's end there and let's move on because we are right at 51 minutes. I think I could take about 2 minutes out and make this exactly 50 minutes.
All right. That'll work.
All right. So if you want to give us a shout out, you can go to alwaysrightpodcast@gmail.com. You can yell at us and tell us how to properly pronounce these words. But if you'd like to follow for more of our wittiness and our craziness, you can go to alwaysrightpodcast.com, click on any of those icons, And you can follow us. You can, see us on YouTube, subscribe, all those things that you want to do. So, as always, I'm author Karisa DeLay.
And I am Jaime Vendera.
Thank you for listening, and always right.
Right.